So today I'm drinking a tea I'm pretty excited about. It just came in the mail today. Just reading this here. It's a cake of puer that came from Essence of Tea. I'm part of their tea club. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a mix of yiwu and bulang material, which, if you know a little bit about puer tea, those areas often have very different flavor profiles. So like yiwu is usually a little more floral and like sweet, where bulang tends to be a little more intense and bitter, but definitely has some sweet elements. But I really love teas from both areas, so it's kind of interesting to see them paired together, like physically like this. It says some of the material is from Lao, which is a village in the Bulang area, which is usually pretty bitter. But this one says, I'm just reading the little sheet here. This one is more of like a sweeter Lao, but compared to the yiwu tea, it's still quite bitter. That's what the paper says. But yeah, this is my first steep, and it's like really pleasant. It's like got some really beautiful like sweet floral elements, but still has that sort of intense bulang kick, which I really love. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know, I'm just sort of drinking this for the first time and talking about it. I'm not really sure. Just processing it as I go. But yeah, it's really interesting. I'm gonna push it a little harder now just to open up the compression a little. But yeah, it's really beautiful. It also just got here today, so I should probably let it rest a little bit before I drink it again, but I'm a little impatient, which is kind of anti my tea practice, but a funny reality. Yeah, the aroma it's a little sweet. Definitely has a little bit of the bitter, almost like dandelion notes that I associate with younger, like bulang and lao material. It's like really beautiful though. Yeah, I brewed it a little longer and it's still pretty balanced. It's not getting too bitter. I feel like I've been drinking a lot of Essence of teas lately, and I'm really impressed with just how like straightforward they are. They're really good. Like, what's the term? Like expressions of a place or a terroir. Like, from what I know and the amount of teas I've been able to drink, they seem like they're pretty spot on with sort of describing like what I would expect a place to taste like, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. This is a really cool experience. Yeah, this tea is surprisingly mellow. I feel like I could share it with a lot of people. I definitely think my mom could drink it too, and she isn't the biggest fan of pour. But yeah, I really enjoy this. It's like a really light, crisp energy. I'm curious to see how it settles down a little bit with, you know, like acclimating to my weather here in my tea storage. But yeah, it's really, really cool. It says the name, which I forgot to mention, which is Honey in the Razor's Edge. It comes from a 14th century Buddhist master who likened attachment and the accompanied pleasure and suffering to licking honey off a razor's edge, which is, yeah, it definitely, like, I can understand the flavor correlation here, but also those ideas seem to be aligning with a lot of things I've been thinking about in my life right now. So it's kind of funny how things work like that. Yeah, this is definitely a mellow tea. Super enjoyable.